Hey guys, I just wanted to do a follow-up video to the previous one that I just put out on YouTube and on Twitter. It was the talk that was a recording from a Twitter space, and I chopped it up and edited properly so it's a good presentation of fascism, National Socialism, and its relation to Catholic political philosophy. Uh, I don't think I got it into enough people's head of what I was trying to accomplish there. Um, somebody, well, a few people actually posted snarky comments like, "Oh, good people or goodness or justice or virtues didn't exist before Christianity." And my whole argument is that yes, they existed before Christianity, but they don't make sense in existing in the first place within those four worldviews. If you believe in monism, you don't believe that you're actually existing. You're just a thought inside the mind of the logos. So you doing good means nothing because it doesn't lead to an outcome based in reality, the reality of reality within monism, which is what so many philosophers actually believe in, especially those philosophers I mentioned that lived during the time of the Enlightenment era period, all the way through the German philosophical explosion of philosophers. Even Heidegger believed in some form of monism. So what does it matter? You study what being is and what Dasein is, and many of these other concepts regarding the existence of human nature and the study of the virtues and the laws of logic. Those things don't matter. You're not really existing. And it's no different when you go to dualism. Dualism promotes the idea that everything in the cosmos goes through a cycle of birth, stasis, degeneration, destruction, and rebirth. So, and that's with Platonic beliefs, that's with Buddhism, that's with Taoism. And so the saint and the sinner end up in the same place. So, again, what good is it to break free of reincarnation and go to the higher heavens when even those higher heavens are within the world of forms and get destroyed? There's no point in doing it. There's no reason to be good. So at least Epicurus was and Parmenides were honest enough to be able to say, look, I don't know what's after this realm. I'm not absolutely sure. So I'm going to live for today because, as far as I can tell, I can't prove the existence of two things, which is what dualism teaches. And I can't prove that I don't exist only in the mind of the logos. I can't even prove there's a first cause and a logos. So, again, arguing for the existence of these things, even within atomism, it's also a problem, right? Atomism still also rejects the reality of reality. I mean, some schools say that there is a reality of atomism or within atomism, but again, it doesn't believe there's anything after this world. So all you leave behind is whatever record you did. And if you can get away with things, you can get away with things. So what good is it to actually be good within that framework other than not getting caught? So the existence of reality, your perception of reality, your reception of sense data, and your mode of being, those things all don't matter within the four worldviews. And this is what I was trying to contrast with the Catholic worldview. And I didn't go into it enough, I can tell. But Catholicism, the Catholic worldview, as many have said, including those important figures I mentioned in the video, identified that a Catholic, a European man, or as quoted from, say, Adolf Hitler or those others at that time period, those people ordered their life in preparation for the next life because they know that life is eternal. So you don't order this world to make this existence more comfortable for yourself while here, right? So the point is to answer the question, why should I or can't I also be good within a framework of monism and dualism or the philosophical worldviews of those other people I mentioned? And the answer is you can, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't lead to a universal experience of good because goodness and justice and all the virtues become subjective in their definitions. And that comes from the continental rationalist school, right? And that's the European continental rationalist school. So again, just take that into consideration. My whole argument is that if you're going to promote the idea of goodness or justice or any of the virtues. It has to make sense within the context of a worldview that you're promoting. And it makes it unintelligible to do so if you're promoting reincarnation, the destruction and rebirth of the cosmos, this existence isn't real, atomism, which rejects all forms, and that there's no such thing as human nature. There's just particles floating through space that temporarily take on the image of human existence, and it evolves into something else later on. So all those things, all those worldviews, they nullify and they negate the entire purpose of doing the things that I was mentioning is the outcome of a Catholic monarchy, nationalism, fascism, all those things that said that they themselves are rooted in a certain worldview that is not of those four worldviews. That's the point. So please understand that.